This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, police have arrested a man in connection with the shooting death of his stepson.
According to a Maine State Police spokesperson, the Mexico Police Department responded to a home at 32 Intervale Avenue in Mexico on Saturday afternoon after receiving a 911 call indicating there had been a shooting in the home. Officers from Mexico and Rumford Police, as well as ambulances, arrived to find 27-year-old Nicholas Triner of Mexico deceased. An investigation from Maine State Police Major Crimes Unit detectives, which lasted overnight Saturday and well into Sunday. Triner's stepfather, 52-year-old Thomas Tellier of Mexico, was then arrested Sunday for Triner's death. Tellier was transported to the Oxford County Jail on the charge of murder. He will be arraigned later this week in Oxford County Superior Court.
A man from New York pleaded guilty to manslaughter in connection with a death in Bangor back in 2020. 27-year-old Khalid Harris entered his guilty plea this morning. On December 10, 2020, Bangor police found 28-year-old Siri Adams of Brooklyn, New York, dead at a residence at 1702 Union Street. The medical examiner's office ruled his death a homicide. The murder charge against Harris was dropped in exchange for the plea deal. Harris was sentenced to 18 years with all but 8.5 years suspended. He'll also serve 4 years of probation and have to pay restitution.
Well, a passing motorist made a very sad discovery Saturday evening in Reedfield. The Kennebec County Sheriff's Office got a call that the motorist had found a motorcycle in a ditch with its headlight on. Not far away, there was a man unconscious and not breathing. Deputies and Winthrop Ambulance responded to Old Kents Hill Road and found 63-year-old Richard Goucher of Farmington deceased near the ditch and some rocks. Police say it appears the motorcycle failed to negotiate a corner and veered off the road. They say Goucher was not wearing a helmet.
In other news tonight, the new chief of the Criminal Investigation Division at the Attorney General's office in Augusta is a Maine native. Anna Love of Belgrade was sworn into the position last week. And as Jody Hersey tells us, it's a role that she's been working towards for years.
Anna Love is no stranger to police work. She'll be the first to tell you her law enforcement education really began at home.
When I was growing up, I was exposed to many different law enforcement officials, and I got to see firsthand how they can have a positive impact on people's lives. And my father was a police officer on and off over the years, and my brother was a military police officer.
Love spent 25 years as a trooper with the Maine State Police and moved up the ranks throughout her career. She was nominated as Trooper of the Year 3 times. She was also the first female lieutenant to run the Maine Information and Analysis Center and oversaw the academy and specialty teams for the Maine State Police as well.
I just try to do the best that I can wherever I go.
On August 1st, she was sworn in as the new chief of the Criminal Investigation Division at the AG's office, and she's the first female to ever serve in that role.
We investigate, for instance, police-involved shootings. If law enforcement is involved in a deadly force incident, my unit will go out and investigate. That's one of the things that we do. We also investigate like public corruption, things of that nature.
Love, who was born and raised here in Maine, says she is both proud and honored to serve Mainers in her new role in the Attorney General's office.
The gentleman that had the position before me, Brian McMaster, had been at the Attorney General's office for 44 years. I think that he did an amazing job, and I hope to carry on the same type of work or the same level of work.
In Augusta, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
President Joe Biden is days away from announcing his decision on the wide-scale student loan forgiveness plan. Meanwhile, a professional financial attorney with more than 20 years of experience says if the student loan forgiveness plan doesn't go as originally planned, individuals should understand the student loans they do have and their options. According to Forbes, the U.S. Department of Education leaked a report on the administration's approach to canceling debt. The report includes a $10,000 federal loan forgiveness plan for Americans. Now, the expert says this could mean huge relief for millions of Americans carrying a large amount of debt.
I think the student loan issue is very confusing for most borrowers. It's very overwhelming. And remember, there are different types of student loans, and it's very common for people to not even know the type of student loan that they actually have.
President Biden has previously called on Congress to cancel student loan debt in the past, and according to the report from Forbes, Biden can now carry out an executive order should he decide to forgive federal student loans entirely.
Well, as we near the end of August, it means kids are getting ready to think about back to school. But how much of a factor does inflation play for teachers and parents looking to get their kids supplies? Our Matthew Jurancic has the story.
With schools in session in less than 2 weeks, parents, teachers, and school administrators are preparing for the first day of classes. However, with inflation causing a rise in costs, teachers are being resourceful in order to save money.
Good teachers go to yard sales, they go to Salvation Army. We look for really good deals to get what we need for our classroom if we don't have it. And sometimes you can go without and realize, hey, I didn't really need that anyway.
According to the National Retail Federation, roughly 38% of consumers said that they are going to be spending less in other areas in order to pay for the items for the upcoming school year, reaching nearly $74 billion in school supplies this year compared to $71 billion last year. However, Down East Elementary School Principal Sarah Vickers of Bangor says the city plays a big role in getting school supplies to teachers every year.
We worked really hard to keep a flat budget this year based on student needs and making sure that students get what they need, but also keeping in mind the community and what they can manage on their budgets.
Vickers says that schools in the Bangor district work very closely with the city, allowing them to each have a say in the budgets they are given. Even though teachers like Sacaricia are given a budget to spend for their classes, many go the extra mile in order to provide the best experience for their students.
We worked really hard to keep a flat budget this year based on student needs and making sure that students get what they need, but also keeping in mind the community and what they can manage on their budgets.
Reporting from Bangor, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Governor Janet Mills announced today that municipal revenue sharing has been fully restored to 5%. The law requires the state of Maine send revenue back to municipalities to help finance services so they don't have to rely solely on property taxes to provide them. However, the state has long failed to meet the 5% required under the law. Governor Janet Mills said, quote, "After years of cuts and neglect, I am proud that my administration and the legislature have fully restored municipal revenue sharing as the voters demanded long ago," end quote.
Meanwhile, a new law to curb catalytic converter thefts takes effect today. Our Stephanie Wittenbach spoke to the senator who sponsored the bill and has more.
A new law aims to curb the theft of catalytic converters and provide a new process for people to protect theirs.
The bill that we created is not perfect. It's not going to cure the whole problem, but we created a starting point.
The law requires new and used car dealerships to imprint a vehicle's VIN number on its catalytic converter. Individuals who need to remove their catalytic converter for any reason must mark their converter with the car's VIN number as well. He says over the summer, the Transportation Committee in the State House reviewed the bill and had several groups like Maine State Police and Sheriff's Departments come together to figure out the best way to implement this law.
Took the bill that I put in because it is such a problem, and it's a $2,000 or $3,000 problem at times, anywhere from $500 to $600 to $3,000, depending on what you own for a vehicle for a catalytic converter.
Timberlake says he has seen a rise of thefts in his area of Turner as well as Lewiston and Auburn. He says this bill is a step in the right direction.
It's going to find a way around it. Crooks find a way around everything, but it's going to help.
Timberlake says he hopes this bill will push thieves to think again before they steal a converter. In Bangor, I'm Stephanie Wittenbach reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Well, you may have noticed gasoline prices dropped another 9.5 cents in the last week. According to Gas Buddy's survey of more than 1,200 stations around the state, the average price is now $4.46 a gallon. Now, that is 40 cents lower than a month ago, but still $1.35 higher than a year ago. Patrick DeHaan, who is the head of petroleum for Gas Buddy, says, quote, "The national average is poised to fall back under $4 per gallon as early as today, as we see the decline in gas prices enter its 8th straight week. By the end of the week, 100,000 stations will be at $3.99 or less," end quote. Let's hope we see that change sooner rather than later, as many people are still vacationing or just trying to do a little more local traveling as they can. So it'd be nice for folks to get even more relief at the pump. It is long overdue.
Yeah, sub $4 a gallon sounds pretty great.
It's essential.
Yeah, it's good to see that it's trending in the right direction at the very least.
Yeah, absolutely. And with a little bit more on what we can expect in terms of the outdoors and driving conditions, let's take a first look at our forecast.
All right, Beth and Peter, thank you. Happy Monday. Your first weather is brought to you by Kings Mountain RC. And okay, so here we go. Temperature-wise today, some rain-cooled air out there. 75 here in Bangor, 73 in Millinocket. We'll take it. And in fact, much of this week will be spent in the 70s. A brief break from the heat, right? Lots of moisture out there right now, mostly north of Bangor, but we'll get some of that tonight across our neck of the woods too, as all of this moves our direction. In fact, there could be some locally heavy rainfall across the region tonight. Storm-wise, though, not expected to be severe. So our forecast then tonight, though, is cloudy skies, some rain showers out there, locally heavy rainfall with low temperatures in the 60s. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth and Peter?
All right, so a rainy overnight, but a cool one.
Yeah, we'll take that, especially after the weekend we just had.
Yes, indeed.
All right, well, coming up next on ABC 7 News at 6, Good Shepherd Food Bank announces it'll be launching a program aimed at connecting Mainers with locally grown food.
And more than $24 million has been awarded to a transportation project right here in Bangor. All of those stories and more when ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
Do you struggle to open or close your windows? Are they drafty or leaky? Are you constantly adjusting your thermostat only to have your energy bill skyrocket? If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Al, did you make that call?
Honey, we already have Medicare. Why do I need to call?
Alan, the Feldman said we may be able to get additional benefits with a Medicare Advantage plan right here in our zip code with $0 monthly premiums.
Honey, what do you mean additional benefits? We turned 65, we got Medicare. That's all there is to it, right?
I'm talking about Medicare Part C, commonly called Medicare Advantage. We have traditional Medicare, which is only Medicare Parts A and B, but not Part C.
Wait. So not everyone on Medicare is a Part C plan?
No, that's why we need to call, because there may be plans available with additional benefits that aren't covered under Medicare Parts A and B. We don't have a Medicare Part C plan which covers everything in Part A and Part B plus extra benefits in Medicare Part C.
What kind of extra benefits?
There are great plans that may be available with extra benefits like dental, vision, and hearing.
Did you say dental?
Yes, dental. Medicare Part C plans could include dental benefits that help cover routine dental exams and teeth cleanings, plus dental x-rays, fillings, gum disease treatment, and dentures.
We need that. I'm calling.
If you don't have a Medicare Part C plan, call now because there may be plans with additional benefits available that are simply not covered under Medicare Parts A and B, like routine dental coverage. If you're on Medicare, you can call even if you called last year. We will check to see if there is a Part C plan available in your area with additional benefits. You don't get a plan with additional benefits automatically. If you're losing coverage, moving, or new to Medicare, call to speak with a licensed insurance agent. Remember, you don't get Medicare Part C benefits automatically. Call now for your free 2022 no-obligation Medicare benefits review. Call 800-413-8094. 800-413-8094.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
Welcome back, everyone. The Eastern Area Agency on Aging wants qualifying seniors to know they can stabilize or freeze their property taxes. The organization works closely with federal and state agencies to provide programs like Meals on Wheels and Medicare assistance. Now that the annual property tax stabilization applications are available, the agency is offering to assist seniors with the application process. People 65 and up who are permanent residents and have owned their homes for at least 10 years are invited to apply.
One of the important things to understand is no one really does anything by themselves, and we work really hard to make sure that the services that we're providing are very collaborative. We're trying to educate them, encourage them to learn more about the programs they could be eligible for.
Any interested seniors should visit Maine Revenue Service's website to get a copy of the property tax stabilization application. The deadline to apply is December 1st.
Well, Good Shepherd Food Bank has announced that it will be launching a new business called Harvesting Good, part of the company's efforts to campaign to end hunger in Maine. Harvesting Good is an initiative that will help many farmers and Mainers who've been affected by hunger and the short growing season. Now, the company is entirely Maine-based, and with the help of Circle Beef Farms in Caribou, W.R. Allen in Orland, and Jasper Wyman and Son in Cherryfield, farmers will be producing food that will be flash frozen and then distributed across the state of Maine, providing residents with more fresh local produce. The company will begin by producing broccoli florets that will be on the shelves of many local supermarkets. Good Shepherd Food Bank President Chris Mignoli says that this was an opportunity they couldn't pass up.
The difference really is that right now, outside of the local food that you can get during the fresh growing season, most of our food is really produced and part of a global food system. We eventually got introduced to Maine's blueberry processors and realized we had an opportunity to create a mid-scale vegetable processing company. And that
Harvesting Good will be launching the florets as its first product later this year.
Meanwhile, more than $24 million has been awarded to a transportation project in Bangor. The money is part of a federal grant going to the Interstate 95 at Hogan Road Improvement Project. A statement from Senator Susan Collins says the project will replace the oldest 50-year-old portion of the Hogan Road overpass along I-95. The newest portion, built in 1983, will be raised to allow for freight to safely pass underneath. The goal of the project is to improve safety and traffic flow along the overpass through the construction of a diverging diamond interchange along the intersection. The Department of Transportation also plans to construct bicycle and pedestrian-friendly walkways that will also include access for those with disabilities.
Alrighty, well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6. Some tips on how to score deals during National Bargain Hunting Week. That sounds like a challenge.
And in sports, Maine Athletic Director Ken Ralph announces he's departing the university. Dave Peck will join us live from Orono with that story. Stay with us.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
I've been having foot pain for at least 10 years. The first day I put the key boot on, I could tell the difference. My pain level has been so much better. I was amazed. The key boots made it possible for me to actually walk without pain. I can go shopping, walking around the store without wanting to cry. I mean, I feel like dancing sometimes. The key boots made all the difference. Very happy with it. Comfort shoes, it's just changed my life.
When it comes to finding the right health insurance for your small business, it can feel like you're the only one looking out for the well-being of your team. But when you partner with a nonprofit health insurer who not only understands your needs as a business owner, but puts your people over their profits, it allows your business to keep doing what it does best. With a team who can take comfort in knowing they're cared for, people over profits. Now that's a novel idea. Get a quote from your broker or visit healthoptions.org.
We're a AAA family. We found out about AAA insurance through a friend who had actually mentioned it a while ago. We ran the numbers and it totally worked.
We looked at the statement for our previous insurer and then AAA insurance. Definitely, we've seen a huge difference.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
By switching over to AAA insurance, we saved over $450. So with our savings, he bought more equipment.
More money means more practice equipment.
In his world.
Why didn't we do this earlier? Why did it take so long?
We're a AAA family now.
AAA insurance allows us to do so much more with our kids and spend more time with them.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 877-209-5384 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Sign up for You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Pick who you think is going to win and compete against other fans for prizes.
Welcome back, everyone. We're live here in Orono as UMaine Athletic Director Ken Ralph has moved on from his post within the athletic department for the same role with Southwestern University. Now, there's been a lot of change up within the Maine Athletic Department within the last year alone. Most recently, of course, there has been the recent resigning of the Maine women's hockey coach. Also, of course, the hires of Ben Barr for men's hockey, Chris Markwood with the basketball team, and Jordan Stevens with football, as well as softball. So there's been a lot of change up, but as the leader of the athletic department, this is certainly atop the list here for the Black Bears. We had a chance to speak with Ken Ralph earlier today to get more and learn more about his decision to leave for Southwestern. After 4 years in Orono, University of Maine Athletic Director Ken Ralph is moving on.
You push as hard as you can for a certain period of time and then recognize a new voice is needed.
Maine announced on Monday that Ralph has accepted a job as AD at Southwestern University, a Division III college in Texas.
It's a school I know incredibly well. I've been there many times. It's a league I was in at Colorado College and got into the process and realized this opportunity was something special.
In Ralph's words, the opportunity came out of the blue, but he alluded to the ever-changing landscape of Division I athletics as a driving reason to return to D3.
Division I, in many respects, is almost treating students as a commodity rather than students, and it makes it a little bit uncomfortable for me, and I need to get to a level where the students are actually able to experience all that a campus has to offer.
In just the last couple of years alone, Ralph has led the hiring process to bring in coaches like Ben Barr, Jordan Stevens, and Chris Markwood, while also solidifying the master plan for Maine's athletic facilities renovation project.
I'd like to think that this job's a little more attractive now than it was 4 years ago. When you take a look at the quality of coaches that we have in place, the experience of our support staff, and what's going on with facilities, I think there's a lot to be excited about. There's going to be some good interest.
The university will name an interim AD while conducting a national search for the position. And after calling Maine his home, Ralph had 3 pieces of advice to whoever comes next.
The first thing is you've got great coaches, let them do their jobs. The next thing is that people in Maine are really passionate about this university, so join them in their passion. Make sure they can feel it from you every day. And the last thing would be to make sure you enjoy yourself while you're here. It's a wonderful state with wonderful people. I don't regret a minute of my 4 years here.
And of course, we'll continue to keep you updated with the interim hiring process and the national search as well. For now, let's keep it with the Black Bears, not necessarily talking about a current one, but a former Black Bear in Andre Miller. He's been turning heads down at New York Giants training camp so far this summer. He even caught a touchdown pass from Daniel Jones just a couple of days ago in practice. But just when he started to get some momentum there towards a potential run at the 53-man roster, he was saddled with an injury. The Old Town grad broke his wrist over the weekend on Sunday. He said the wrist got caught between 2 bodies on a blocking play, resulting in the injury. Now, Miller underwent surgery on Monday and expects the timeline for the recovery to be anywhere between 6 to 10 weeks. Tough timing, too, because the Giants will be in Foxborough this Thursday facing the Patriots in the first game of the preseason. Miller would have likely seen a number of snaps in that game, so we will continue to keep you updated on that story and get you the prognosis from Miller as that comes in from the New York Giants football organization. We'll close things out here tonight, though, with some positive news, specifically on the Little League Diamond. Over the weekend, Bangor Little League down at the New England Regional Championships was able to capture the win. A dominant pitching performance from Jacoby Harvey. They downed Massachusetts, or I should say, they downed Vermont, 3-0 to advance to play Massachusetts. Here's the highlight from earlier today. One step closer to getting to Williamsport's second inning. Patrick Guite, name sounds familiar, it is, puts it in play. That's trouble for Massachusetts. An errant throw to first. That scores 2 runs to make it 3-0 Bangor. Then in the third, swing of beauty here from Caden Karam, deep to the right center gap, all the way to the fence. Bangor now up 4-1. They would keep it going in the fifth. This time, Jacoby Harvey shoots it up the middle. Caleb Johnson and Daxton Gifford both score, and with a 10-4 win, Bangor is now just one game away from Williamsport, so they will either play New Hampshire or Massachusetts on Thursday at 5 p.m. from Bristol, Connecticut, to decide whether they punch their ticket to the Little League World Series, and we will have continued coverage of that as well. For now, it's time to send things over to Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast. Jeff?
All right, Dave, thank you. Your full weather is brought to you by Varney Chevrolet. Come see what the Varney value is all about. And we are all about cooler temperatures because of some rain-cooled air out there today. Look at all the moisture across the region and more back off to our west that is moving in our direction. So there could be some locally heavy rainfall across our area tonight. Right now, though, it's well north and west of the Bangor area. It'll likely stay there for a few more hours tonight. But again, this is where the locally heavy rainfall will be this evening into early parts of tomorrow. So overnight tonight, locally heavy rainfall. Here's tomorrow morning, 7:30 or so. Some more rainfall across the entire region tomorrow. And the yellows are locally heavy, so get ready for a few heavy downpours into tomorrow morning. Then we should get a break for several hours tomorrow, some drizzle, some light rain and cloudy conditions before we get some more heavy rainfall potentially in here later on tomorrow night, but more likely getting in here early parts of Thursday. A wet week ahead. I'm going to run this through Thursday. You can see some areas see an inch or 2 or 3 of moisture, mostly north and west of the Bangor area, but still any of us could see a heavy thunder shower tonight into tomorrow morning. And thus we have flood advisories or aerial flood advisories, anticipation of some rainfall coming our way that could add up to an inch or 2 or 3, mostly in Millinocket northward toward Caribou, but overall the whole area will get some heavy rainfall overnight tonight into early parts of tomorrow morning. Wind speeds are kind of out of the north, northeast right now. They'll switch out of the west tomorrow, but overall, not really a breezy day for us today with wind gusts near 10 to 15 miles per hour. Same story overnight tonight into tomorrow. In fact, tonight, it'll go calm for a couple hours. That could give us some dense fog late. And look what the rain did, though. It's washing out the allergies right now. Tree, grass, weed, and mold all in the low category. Watch that mold number, though. It'll likely jump up tomorrow in a moderate category and probably high by end of the week. All right, temperatures. This is a welcome change for a lot of you. I know it's been a hot summer so far. 70s across the region today, even low 70s in Millinocket. The clouds and rain kept the heat at bay. That will stay there for a while. In fact, we have 70s pretty much back in the forecast for us all week long. Your forecast then tonight, though, is scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms out there. Low temperatures kind of muggy, down to 65. And there could be, again, some locally heavy rainfall and some dense fog after midnight. For tomorrow, all right, scattered rain showers off and on throughout the day tomorrow. Nothing really heavy after sunrise tomorrow morning. With high temperatures near 72. That's a change, right? With the northeast breeze around 5 to 10. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast by Varney Chevrolet shows rain is likely tomorrow, off and on throughout the day. Wednesday, we should get a break for many hours, followed by more rainfall on Thursday. Notice the temperatures, though. No 80s, mostly 70s into the weekend. Beth?
All righty, Jeff, thanks so much. A little relief.
Yeah, indeed. And still more to come after the break. Stay with us.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
For the best selection in classic and contemporary furnishings, stop by Richard Parks Furniture on High Street in Ellsworth. Handcrafted New England-made bedrooms and dining rooms, imported Scandinavian recliners and upholstery, more than 40 lines of furniture for the home and patio. Richard Parks Furniture is your #1 stop for quality, functionality, and well-designed furniture at affordable prices. Richard Parks Furniture.
Discover Richard Parks.
132 High Street in Ellsworth.
Discover Richard.
Welcome to the Purple Baboon, a local gem on the Belfast waterfront. Find lots of little joys for every taste, like fun clothing for the whole family and a lovely selection of coastal Maine-made jewelry. The Purple Baboon, the best selection at great prices. 31 Front Street, Belfast.
Come on down! Come on down! Come on down! You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
I'll take The Price is Right instant ticket, please.
Play The Price is Right instant ticket from the main lottery today. Win up to $250,000 instantly. Or enter for your chance to win a trip to Las Vegas for a chance to win up to $50 million in the Come On Down Challenge. Come on down!
This week, the monkeypox numbers, where they stand, plus President Biden's sweeping economic package moves forward, what it could mean for your family. More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched program on all of television.
Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for us. Good night.
Good night, everyone.